This is the front of it, the front of the car. It does have daytime running lights. Let me show real quick. The car is 195 55 with 16-inch alloy rims, light alloy rims. Let's go to the rear. Okay looking car, I guess. Some sort of silver gray. Silver gray is always a good choice. They don't really stand out. More or less blend in. Let's take a look under the hood. So 1.2 4-cylinder. This one is a bit dirty because we're in Spain. We're in the islands, on the islands of Canaria, so there's a lot of sand and grime underneath this hood. As you can see, it's sand all over. Nothing to worry about. It just looks a bit grimy, but it doesn't really matter. This is of course then how it looks like. As you can see, 1.2, as I've mentioned, 4-cylinder. I don't know how many horsepower. I'm gonna have to look that up. Not that many, I reckon. I do have to say that in this on these mountain roads, every now and then you're coming up short on horsepower, especially when you have a lot of adults in the car. But in city driving and whatnot, it's just perfect. So that's pretty much it. You've seen it all, more or less. And well, you know, it's an okay car. It's not that fast, but you can get along with modern day traffic. The only thing is if it's you know, we're driving in a lot of mountain roads here, so it can get a bit of a challenge every now and then to get up these mountains. But other than that, it's just an okay car with air conditioning and all. Yeah, power steering and power windows and power brakes, and you know, everything is just modern right here in this car. There's nothing wrong with it. This is, of course, the outgoing model. I mean, you have the new Corsa already for quite some time, but maybe you can get a good deal on this older model. So we are inside of the Opel Corsa, and if you turn on the ignition, and this is what happens.
Yo creo que tienen un uniforme, se lo pasan de uno a otro para que lo vean. O sea, si es que hay menos que aquí.
The screen lights up. The infotainment system. This one does not have a navigation. It has, you know, the usual stuff. You know, you can sync your iPhone with it, or Android phone. So it's nice as well. And then we go over to the buttons on the steering wheel. You got your voice command button. And you can pick up your telephone with it, end the conversation, go through frequencies. and the radio. And then here you got your settings. The cruise control. Limit. And of course, you got your wiper control. A light control. This one, of course, has auto lights. Level adjustment. Dashboard illumination. You can tilt the steering wheel. Here got your air vents. There as well, of course. Let's go through the glove box. Enough room. And you got your power outlet, your USB jack. This one is a 5-speed manual. You get your handbrake. The steering wheel, the seats, they go forward with the old fashioned pretty much like you used with older cars. Nothing special right here. Power windows. The car does have power windows, but only on the front, on the passenger doors, not on the rear doors. On the rear doors, you're gonna have to use this old school swing, or whatever you want to call that thing. Then you got your ISOFIX anchor points. Yeah, so all in all, the interior is not bad. The vanity mirrors and all that stuff. Okay. You've pretty much seen the you've seen everything there is to see on the interior, because there's not, nothing special here, nothing out of the ordinary, I should say. And then of course, one thing I forgot to mention is it has city driving, this button. So it handles a little bit better in the city. Lighter steering. Let's go over. So you're driving in this Opel Corsa. It's a 1.2. And the thing is, 1.2 might not be enough for some folks. If you're living in a country where it's mostly flat, it will not be a problem. You will get around pretty well. But right now I'm in the islands of Canaria, and there's a lot of hills and mountains and whatnot. So it can get very difficult from time to time, because the hills and the mountains and these roads, these mountain roads, they are very steep and curvy as well. So every now and then it's not very difficult to really, especially when you're in a car full of with a couple of adults, then it can be tricky. Like I just said, 1.2 liters going up uphill can be a challenge. Other than that, you can get around with this car very well. I like the way it handles. It's a tiny car, but you don't really notice that it's a tiny car. it's a car that's very versatile because you can you know, do groceries with it and pack a lot of stuff in it and whatnot, and even you can pack five adults in it if they're not that large. And it feels quite nifty.
Alsjeblieft.
So you're driving on the highway with this car, and I already said it, but it handles quite well. Even with the high speeds, you don't really notice that it's a tiny car. Matter of fact, it feels quite sturdy and doesn't shake, rattle, or whatever. And with that said, I'm just pretty much gonna wrap it up. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.